All right, so last night's Sunday episode, not sure why Nicole and Danny are lying to each other about voting to keep Day. It's pretty dumb, and it's obvious this episode is setting things up for things not to end up well between them. I wonder if and when something happens, will they be able to separate that from personal? Will they be able to stay friends after this? I honestly do feel like Nicole will probably burn Danny before she's able to burn her. Danny thinks that she has this relationship with Cody, but Cody and Nicole are solid. So Danny's gonna be let down, and she may be that person to go home this week during the triple. I think it could be her. I think this episode was also setting it up for it to be Christmas as well. Even though, spoiler, Cody won the veto, and there was a possibility that Christmas would have been put up as a replacement if one of the nominees won, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But there's still a possibility, I guess, that she can go home during the triple. I thought Memphis would be happy that Danny used her power on him, but he really didn't want it, didn't care. He threw that HOH comp. It was funny because he was actually good at it, and he was like, oh man, that's a pretty good score. Gotta get rid of that. I thought it was funny that they were talking about Day's earring when the replay power was announced, its use was announced. And yeah, apparently she was like taking off one of her earrings, and then Nicole came and got stuck, whatever. They even showed it in the beginning of the episode as well, it happening again. So I thought it was interesting that this was the type of HOH they played in private. Obviously, it's because of the prizes. They want the prizes to be won anonymously. So that's why they did this. This just seems like one of those ones that they do in front of everyone, and yeah, it's a real crapshoot, but it did seem pretty hard. I would totally suck at this. Yes, you have an advantage if you're good at golf. Oh, in BB7, they did have one like this, and Erica was really good at it because she plays golf outside of the house. I thought it was interesting that you can technically win the HOH and the prize. You just have to be really good. You get 3 shots. So it was possible to get both. Nicole was funny because she was really bad at it, and then finally in her last ball she was able to get it in. Kevin, that indecision, I would have been the same way. It's hard, to know if the score was good enough, so he did it again and then couldn't even get it in, so he lost that score, which sucks for him. I think it would have been interesting. A Kevin HOH would have been interesting. A David HOH would have been interesting. David also wasn't very good at it. He had like a 7 in the power HOH side of things. Danny threw it but went for the money, and she tied with Tyler, so they had to share it. It was funny that they didn't want to share, so they were like fishing for information but didn't want to admit that it was them. But they were both like, oh, like I feel like I lost $5,000 because I didn't get the full $10,000. And Tyler said that money was going straight into Angela's pocket. What a good boyfriend, winning that money for her. This week is perfect example, just like, many other weeks this season. Same people getting power, same people getting nominated. It's like, I'm ready for these people to go after one another. They are just, taking the easy way out. But I'm glad that there are people in this alliance that are like, why are we going after the Kevins and the Davids when we have to start going after these other people? Because it's getting close and got to get them before they get you. Enzo was one of those people who was pushing for Danny, Christmas, Memphis. Even though he has that final 3 with Memphis and Christmas, he's loyal to Cody. That's his number 1. And he's just done going after Kevin, David, and is just ready to go after their own numbers, but want somebody else to do it, Cody really has had to take a lot for the team. He's had to win a lot, putting a bigger target on his back, but he wants to win it too. So Christmas was also adamant on Danny, but also Nicole. She's onto them and really wanted to get the HOH. They did include that conversation where Danny was really trying to throw Christmas under the bus to Cody, saying that Christmas was really upset that Cody won. And Nicole was like, no, I think Christmas was just upset that she lost. And I think that's true. I do think she was upset that she lost and she really wanted to make that move, but obviously unable to do it because she couldn't get it done. She's surprisingly pretty bad at this one, and she's really great at a lot of comps. So you can't be good at them all. So even though Danny really wants to go after Christmas, Nicole obviously not for it. She feels like it's too soon. That's one of their numbers. And that may very well burn her if Christmas gets in power, because Christmas is onto them. Even though I think Danny is more her target, she wants to put Danny and Nicole up there. And Christmas, not realizing, you know, she's gonna get rid of all these girls and then it's just her left. And yeah, I guess Tyler has her back, but as far as the other guys, I guess Memphis likes her too, but Cody, Enzo, they get her out of there in a second. I like how they included that conversation between Kevin and Cody. Kevin is just done. He doesn't want to be nominated anymore. He's so over it. He's over being the pawn. At this point, you know, instead of being spineless and really just trying to tell people what they want to hear, he's just like sassy and done. He told Cody the world does not revolve around him, and I was like, ooh. I was like, yes, like this is like Kevin from his original season coming out. And I don't blame him. Like, he's likely gonna be gone this week and be able to go to the jury house and be done with all of this and not have to deal with the stress, and he doesn't have to deal with being put up anymore. So yeah, nominations, of course, so surprising. Just kidding. Yeah, so ready to see Thursday's episode. That's what I'm really looking forward to, is this triple eviction, to see what happens. I'm ready for the season to pick up the pace. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe.